Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're doing a planetary update. That's right, we're really talking about Jupiter in retrograde, and Jupiter has been in retrograde for a while, and it's still going to be in retrograde for a while, but I just wanted to give you this little bit of an update because it is still affecting people, and I think that's kind of the interesting part is how much these really do. So Jupiter went into retrograde, full retrograde on July 28th, and we'll get out of full retrograde on November 23rd, and then be in post-shadow energy until Valentine's Day of 2023. And Jupiter in retrograde isn't necessarily a bad time or horrible or anything like that. It does make these backward stints from time to time, and usually it's pretty light and easy, but it's still going to be bringing up some stuff. And this is going to be watching out for kind of like those moral dilemmas. What do I morally have to do or take care of, or kind of what is my decision or my choice with this? So many times, like, people are going, oh no, it's cut and dry, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it's really not. So it's kind of like, what is your take in this, and what is it that you really need to get out of this situation? And kind of like, that can hold us back from like really making decisions or choices. Kind of like, I'm not really sure what I want to do or how I want to deal with this. You know, I could do it this way and it's kind of beneficial to this person. If I do it this way, it's beneficial to that person. So sometimes it's cut and dry, and sometimes it's really kind of like that grayish area of like, I don't know what to do. I will say kind of choosing the right path and kind of like taking time to really think about what you want to do, or kind of like, how do you want this to come out for you, kind of thing. This is going to be a great time of like pushing some new energies as well, because most of these are in kind of like two different signs most of the time. When Jupiter is in Pisces, you're really going to have some change of energy. And this is kind of like restoring our faith, and kind of restoring our faith with our government. Some of it is restoring faith in other people. Things that have been like, haven't been really taken advantage of like, I need to restore my faith with my family or my friends or whatever it is, or colleagues. This is kind of like a great way to like strengthen ourselves and kind of really open up our intuition and our beliefs into like a deeper understanding for ourselves and our world around us. Really, it kind of brings up some like changes or kind of ideology issues that we may not have really thought through at some point. So it's kind of like, interesting. So here's a couple of dates that are still going to be affecting us in some way, shape, or form. The first one is October 1st. Venus in the sign of Libra forms an opposition to Jupiter in retrograde in the sign of Aries, which is all about the expansion of money and the love of money and love itself. And it is going to be a big karmic payback. That is something I'm kind of finding a lot of themes about in that very beginning, late September, early October, of clearing up a lot of old karmic matters and kind of clearing them away for once and for all. Next, on October 12th, we have Mercury in the sign of Libra forms an opposition to Jupiter in Aries in retrograde, and they're both in retrograde, so that's kind of like, interesting. And these may be people that are like dropping the ball on what's coming up around them or projects that they should be working on. This is going to be like some, oh my gosh, dropping the ball on things that we really shouldn't drop the ball on. So make sure that you're keeping up with things right around the 12th of October. Next, November 16th, we have Mercury in the sign of Scorpio trining Jupiter in retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And this is allowing us to understand like our subconscious desires and things that we've kind of like pushed off to the side for long periods of time. Sometimes it's things that we wanted to be when we were a kid, or junior high or high school or young 20s, like, oh, I really wanted to do that and I never did it. And so that may be back on your to-do list. Next, we have on November 20th, we have our sun in the sign of Scorpio, forms a trine to Jupiter in Pisces. And this is going to be giving us the drive to push things forward, kind of like, let's get going and let's move this energy out of the way, because that's what we really want to do in all of this. This is, Jupiter is really the powerhouse of kind of like pushing us into new positions, new careers sometimes, and kind of out of our comfort zone in some areas of like seeing people like, I really want to make some changes, I really want to do this, but may not be able to see them to the extent that you should right away. It's going to come in all of a sudden, just like boom, 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 and we're making those changes. Let's see. When Jupiter is in retrograde in the sign of Aries, it will kind of go back on October 28th, back into the sign of Pisces for a period of time, for almost a month. And during this time, Jupiter's developments are going to be like exhausting, like really like, oh my gosh, we've already made changes and now that you want more. But I guarantee these kind of can be really blessings in disguise. Things are kind of giving us a time to kind of like make more rapid changes than we've had in the past with this retrograde cycle. And some of them are going to be really healing for a lot of people. So let's pull some angel cards and get us a little bit more information about Jupiter in retrograde, kind of their update of kind of like what's coming through and what can we do to make our changes for ourselves. So the first one is the North Node, and this is all about changing things. When we really kind of work through things from the past, it really does open up our future in a lot of new areas of kind of like where we were going to go. Now we're going to get even further down the path. Everything is going to be moving a lot quicker. Aries, act. When you feel like it's time to make the changes, make the changes. Don't just sit around and kind of like, oh no, I can't do this. Make sure you're making those changes. Make sure that you are making that energetic change for you and your family around you, because that's going to be a really amazing one. This is all about Aquarius, and this is about collaboration. There be maybe some times where you have to really collaborate with other people and kind of work through some old karmic stuff, and you need to be there as much as they do. It's like y'all are on a team together, and now y'all have to work out this karmic energy that y'all both have, and both of y'all being there and collaborating on it at the same time is really going to be a benefit. Libra, and this is the balance of it, and this is the sign that we're in right now, and that's what it is, balancing out this energy, balancing out the ebb and the flow of energy around us. And like I said, I kind of feel like this balance is really talking about that karmic, that that balance of like our moral dilemmas of kind of like we thought this was going to be easy, but we really need to fine tune kind of like that scale of what is it that we want to change or modify. This is the sun, and this is the source. This is kind of bringing us that energy, and it's really talking about Jupiter's energy of bringing in this amazing change for us so we can keep making upgrades, so we can keep changing and modifying and keep moving forward. That is like the best part of planets going in retrograde, is it gives us a great opportunity to move our energy forward or create things that we haven't been able to create so far. That's right. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.